In a bold and surprising honest statement, Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has admitted that if a war breaks out between China and the United States over Taiwan, then the Philippines will almost certainly be pulled out into the conflict. Not because it wants to, but because of where it is on the map. Let me explain it. Taiwan is just a few hundred kilometers away from the northmost Philippine island. And in case of war, the surrounding seas and airspace would instantly become militarized zones. So, even if the Philippines tries to stay out of it, the fighting would be right on its doorsteps. The president made it very clear that the Philippines does not want war. But if one starts, then Philippines won't have much of a choice. In his words, it is the geography that will force the Philippines to get involved. And you know why this matters? Because the Philippines is a United States treaty ally. That means that if the US gets into a war with China, specifically over Taiwan, it could actually invoke the Mutual Defense Treaty, which says that both countries will help defend each other if attacked. Suddenly, the Philippines isn't just a neighbor to Taiwan, it becomes a frontline state. President Marcos said that his country would respond with great caution. They are not looking to pick a fight, and war is the last thing that they want. But he also drew a firm red line that if Philippine territory or sovereignty is threatened, there will be no backing down. So that means that any Chinese military activity spilling into Filipino water or skies even, it will not be ignored. Now this warning comes at a time when tensions are already heating up really fast. China has been conducting military drills near Taiwan. In the meantime, the United States has increased its presence in the region too. And Taiwan itself is preparing for a possible conflict. And add to that the fact that the US is now building more military access points across the Philippines, including bases close to Taiwan. It is kind of clear that Marcos is actually worried. Now, experts say that in any future conflict, Philippine airfield and ports will be used by the US forces, making them instant targets for Chinese missiles. And yes, let's not forget here the ongoing dispute between China and the Philippines in the South China Sea, where Chinese ships have already been clashed with Filipino vessels. So, what's the message? The message is peace is the goal, but the Philippines is preparing for the worst. If war comes to Taiwan, it won't stay in Taiwan, and the Philippines, like it or not, is right in the middle of the storm.